Good morning and welcome to the show. I have a couple of ladies here who are very fashionable indeed. I have Jessie and Penny, Jessie Holmes and Penny Smith. Those tough names, I have to write them down. Those ethnic names, I always get stuck on them. Smith and Holmes, thank you so much for coming on the show. You're from Cato Fashions, new store. It just opened up not too long ago, right?
Yes, sir. We opened up last week in the Pier Park North Plaza on Back Beach Road, and we had a very good first week. We were very excited. Yeah,
there's a lot of really cool. So now it's a ladies' store.
Yes.
Right. But if you have a woman in your life, gentlemen, you will be dragged through there sooner or later. And I was this past weekend. So my wife and I went on a little scouting expedition. I think she even bought a little blouse who was there. But there's a lot to choose from there, and the prices aren't bad either.
No, we have great prices. We try to bring our products in at a good price. We have lots of clothing for casual, dressy, sportswear for women and children, or women and girls. Women sizes 6 to 26, and girls sizes 8 to 16.
How do you pick the fashions, or do they just come to you? I mean,
you kind of have to have a little passion for it, but it's really fun to put together the outfits and put together the displays and to help women get these outfits, and for special occasions. It's fun, and you meet lots of different people every day.
Yeah, and some things trend, other things don't trend. Sometimes people don't know what they want, do they, when they walk in?
Yes, and that's where we come in.
Yeah.
And we ask questions, and we go from one thing to the next and do our best to help everybody.
Well, I bet everybody who walks through the door wants this thing here. What is that?
This is one of our chunky pearl necklaces.
Chunky pearl.
Yes, the chunky jewelry is
sort of like a rocky road of the pearl world. Chunky pearl. I like it. Sounds like a Ben & Jerry's flavor. Okay.
You can put it with a lot of the chunky jewelry now. You can put it with a dressy outfit, a cute little black dress, or you can use it as a statement piece, we call, with maybe some jeans and just a plain blue top.
Yeah, that'd really pop on something like that. You're real cash, and then all of a sudden you got this thing looking at you,
it's really
the big chunky pearls. Now you have a lot of this type stuff there as well, jewelry,
we do.
Not just clothes?
We do. We have jewelry, boots, clothing, scarves, watches. We carry all kinds of accessories, not just the clothing, but we can match you up with accessories with your outfit when you come in.
Well, not me, of course.
Well, your
wife. But my wife, perhaps, you can help her out when she comes in. We got to run off to the local weather, but maybe on the other side of this break, you can show me some of the fashions that are available at Cato.
Okay.
In Pier Park North.
Sounds good.
All right. We'll be right back after your local weather, brought to you by the West Pittman Law Firm. westpittmanlawfirm.com. Welcome back to the show. I'm here with not Penny, but Jessie. Jessie Holmes from Cato Fashions from Pier Park North. And the chunky pearls, of course. We've still got those on. Can't forget the chunky pearls. I just like saying it. It's a fun name to say. Now, you've got all kinds of ladies' fashions there for all different ages, I suppose, right?
Yes.
And you brought a few samples. And this is kind of a cool little outfit that you kind of put together, right?
We did. One thing that's really popular right now is the soft bottoms. These we call the track pants, but we also have what we call joggers.
This looks super comfortable. They're like pajamas almost.
They are very comfortable. They are very comfortable. And also, along with the soft bottoms, we have palazzo pants. But this outfit, we put the joggers together, or the track pants, with the top is a little bit shorter than most tops. It doesn't go quite as low as them. We call them the skimmer tops.
The skimmer.
Yes, we call them skimmers.
And then, of course, you got that layered thing going on.
Yes, we have a little tank underneath it with paired up with a belt and a scarf, an infinity scarf.
That's real
and
cool.
It makes the whole outfit.
Now, they're all separate on different racks. I mean, how do you think to put something like this together?
We do get instructions from home office.
Oh, you do?
How to put our color schemes together, our color groups. But really, most of it is up to the
buyer, up to the customer, how they want to do it. Now, I see you brought some other stuff with you. Let's see. You mentioned something about palazzo pants.
Yes, the palazzo
I'm curious as to what that means.
It's a very hot item right now. It's very popular. They're very
palazzo
comfortable.
Pants. Yeah, let's take a look at that.
We have printed pants and we have some solid
I'm
pants.
getting dizzy
but-
looking at these. It's like an optical illusion. Yeah.
But they're really cute.
They look super comfortable too.
They're very
Super light
comfortable
and all
too,
that.
and they look good. That's the one thing about it. They're very comfortable and they look really great.
Are they real popular? Are
They
people
are
buying
very
them?
popular.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Now, see, you've got a top that goes with that. Is that what I'm looking at?
Yes,
Is
we
this
have a
part of the
top
same
that we
out?
could put.
Okay, we're gonna have to put this together here. So I got the
we've
pants.
and the top.
Got the top. Very nice.
It matches.
Yeah.
Now, also, one thing about
Mm-hmm.
Cato, we love to be creative with our fashions, and I've taken a scarf.
The key to fashion is accessorizing.
Yes,
After
definitely.
all.
And I've taken this scarf and I've tied it up to make it
Uh-huh.
look like a vest. And women of all sizes can wear them like this. I
How
wear
cool
them,
is that?
but it looks really good.
Yeah, it is
you
really
can take
cool.
a plain, simple top and put a scarf with it, and it just looks great.
Very fashionable and looks super comfortable too. That's
Yes.
that's awesome stuff. Yeah, I'll take those.
Okay.
I'll be wearing them after the show. No, I won't. What else you got there?
All
What
right,
is that?
another popular item right now
Yeah.
is fall is coming, and we're already getting our fall
Poncho.
product in.
what
Yes,
you call
we
that?
call this the kimono cardigans or the poncho. Some
It's a
people
sweater,
call it
actually, if you can feel
Ruanas.
this.
They look really good with some leggings or some jeans.
Uh-huh.
They're really cute for, just
Yeah, for a
out
fall
in the
day,
fall.
yeah.
Yes. And you can pair them up with some boots. We carry.
Now,
Boots.
if you're a lady who's fashion challenged, you can go in and say, "Hey, I saw this on Don's show.
Yes.
Help me put something together."
Any of
those
our
boots,
girls.
this thing, and maybe a pair of jeans, and
Yes.
you're good to go.
Yes. Very
awesome
cute.
stuff.
It's a very good outfit.
And maybe we got like just a minute to tell people where you're at, Jesse. You're
Okay.
in Pier Park North,
Yes,
right?
we're in the new North Plaza, which is
Uh-huh.
on Back Beach Road, on Panama City Beach Parkway.
Panama City Beach Parkway, Back
Most
Beach
people
Road.
call it Back Beach Road.
Jesse, thanks so much for coming on the show,
Thank
and
you.
good luck to you and Cato Fashions here, and welcome to the beach.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, I'm David Lovett, and this is your Mad Hatter Minute. Your life literally rides on your tires, and tires are not cheap. To maximize your auto investment dollars, you need to be rotating the tires. After thousands of miles of driving, you have uneven tire wear. Rotating the tires equalizes the natural tread wear patterns by changing the position of the tires. By rotating the tires regularly, you'll ensure a smoother, safer ride. Look at the sidewall of your tire. If there's arrows pointing in one direction, you have directional tires. You cannot take directional tires moving from the left to the right or the right to the left. They are designed to go in one way. You can rotate them from the front to the back and the back to the front. That's all. Non-directional tires are easier. They can be rotated from the left to the right to the front, from the front to the back, from the back to the front. Rotate them in a crisscross pattern to ensure even tire wear. And don't forget the spare tire. If you have a full-size spare, the full-size spare needs to be included in the rotation. How often should you rotate your tires? Well, to be for certain, check your owner's manual. Your owner's manual will also tell if that the vehicle originally came with directional or non-directional tires. Most manufacturers recommend rotating the tires every 5,000 miles. A good rule of thumb is every other oil change. I am David Lovett, and that has been your Mad Hatter Minute.
Hey folks, this is Joshua Brown with Mad Hatter on 23rd Street. Is your check engine light on? If it is, text MADHAT28, that's MADHAT28, to 24247 and we'll check it for free.
Welcome back to the show. I'm here with Dr. Tara Griffin from Emerald Coast Dental Sleep Medicine, and we're talking about a good night's sleep, which is very elusive for a lot of people, isn't it?
It is.
Now, we talked about in the last segment about sleep apnea, some of the myths and things, but the inability to sleep properly doesn't necessarily mean you have sleep apnea. There are other things at play, right?
Absolutely. There are 100 or more sleep disorders. Sleep is very complex, and there are board-certified sleep physicians that help to treat all these different types of disorders. However, obstructive sleep apnea is what we help to treat at Emerald Coast Dental Sleep Medicine, but the most common sleep disorder is actually insomnia.
Insomnia. What exactly is insomnia? Because you know, to the layman, it just means, oh, I've got an inability to sleep.
Yeah, and that's it. Difficulty falling asleep at night, restlessness, staying awake all night. You feel like your mind just won't shut off or turn off.
So a lot of people have that. If you're a busy person, you know, maybe you're a busy mom. You know, you got the kids, you got this, you got that going on, or you know, you're a busy business person.
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
got many things on your mind.
It can be a combination of that as well as sleep apnea with insomnia and other types of sleep disorders. It can be, you know, several things that actually could be going on. Sleep is extremely complex, and not everything is known about it.
Yeah, and is everything structural like that? Could you have some sort of restrictive condition besides apnea that would keep you from sleeping properly?
Yes, you certainly could. Now, the obstructive sleep apnea is more structural or mechanical. However, other types of sleep disorders are not necessarily that way. They're more, you know, they could be a neurological response. It could be associated with, you know, with trauma, injuries, things like that. The brain affecting the body in different ways.
Yeah. So what's the solution to those things? Now, I understand exercise is a key component to getting a good night's sleep. Isn't
Exercise and eating well are great for everything, and you know, to an extent. But medication is often used for treating these other types of sleep disorders. You know, a board-certified sleep physician is going to be able to help diagnose them for you, as well as, you know, determine what type of treatment options are best. But it's often medication related or you know, whatnot. So with the obstructive sleep apnea, though, we actually do not use, you know, hardly any medication most of the time to treat this type of disorder because it is more of a mechanical issue in the body.
So sleep aids really aren't for everybody. And you hear the horror stories, too, about sleep aids, you know. People getting up, driving cars, and not remembering it, and crazy stuff like that.
Sleep aids can be dangerous, and it is not the best line of treatment for obstructive sleep apnea. It can actually make the condition worse for you. Alcohol, sedatives can all make the condition worse because they cause the muscles to relax more, and so they're going to collapse more and block the airway, so it can actually cause everything to be, you know, a much worse condition for you.
What if you can't sleep and you're not sure what your problem is? I mean, what do? You just go see your doc?
Yeah, you definitely, we do have board-certified sleep physicians in our area, and they're the ones who are going to be able to treat and diagnose this problem for you. But yes, your general physicians should be able to lead you in the right direction. We certainly can. You know, whether you think you have obstructive sleep apnea or not, we can still screen you and get you to the right people to help diagnose and treat the problem.
Now, let me get a little personal. Now, you're in sleep medicine. Did you ever have a problem sleeping yourself?
Yes, I did. When I started learning about all this, getting my board degrees in this area, I realized that I was extremely tired during the day, and I was overcoming it, you know, by taking naps at lunch. I would go home.
Sort of like what I do, and pack down the coffee during the day. I do quite a bit of that as well.
I would have to take a 10 to 15 minute nap at lunch almost every day to have the energy for the afternoon. And I thought, as many people do when they come in, that it was because I worked a lot, I was busy, I was active, you know, on the go all the time. So when I started learning about this area, I took a sleep test. I took one in the lab. I've taken some home to take as well. And I actually learned that I had idiopathic hypersomnia, which is a fancy word for borderline narcolepsy.
Wow.
But it was also associated with what we call upper airway resistance syndrome. That sounds complex, but mainly what it is your airway is smaller than normal, and it can lead to different things as far as daytime sleepiness, because you can be clenching and grinding your teeth at night, and having other symptoms that can disrupt your sleep phases and cause you to be tired during the day.
And we have natural rhythms too. I think a lot of people in a lot of the Mediterranean countries, they're all about the siesta, you know, after lunch.
Yes.
And that'd be too easy to do if you lived in a culture like that, I suppose. But where we live and what we do here, we go all the time. So we got to stay awake during the day, and it's very important to get a good night's sleep for that, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Dr. Tara Griffin, thank you so much for coming back on the show and getting us smart on our sleep.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. I have Dr. Stephen Favolaro from Forest Park Animal Hospital here in the studio to give us our pet health tip of the week. Welcome back to the show, Steve.
Good to see you, bud.
Good to see you. When you're buying a pet, are you protected? I mean, how do you know you're not getting a lemon?
Yeah, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, Florida statutes, they actually have a law in place that protects the consumer when they buy a pet from generally what's called a pet dealer. So you have two types of people who sell, and whether they know it or not, the Florida law has defined you have a backyard breeder and you have a pet dealer.
Backyard breeder.
Backyard breeder.
And there's a lot of those in Florida, isn't there?
Well, the line of demarcation between the two is if you sell more than 2 litters or more than 20 like individual puppies or kittens in a year, then you're a pet dealer. Okay. If you only sell 2 litters and it's less than 20 puppies, then you're a backyard breeder.
So 20 is the magic number.
And 2. If you sell 3 litters and it's like 2 or 3 apiece, then you've gone over as well. Okay. So, and that would be more important for like, small breed or cats or something like that. But basically what it does is it requires the pet dealer or the backyard breeder even to have a veterinarian do a physical exam on that pet within 30 days of the sale, but not like before 14 days of the sale. And they have to have a certain set of vaccinations. They have to physical exam. They have to be deemed healthy and free of any obvious congenital or hereditary defects. And they have to be dewormed and free of fleas and ticks. So that way when the consumer buys the animal from that person, they're getting a healthy puppy or a kitten for as best as the seller can guarantee.
Is there any requirement to have them neutered, or
nope,
that comes later?
Yeah, that's generally individual. Now you do have some breeders who are going to say, well, I'll sell you this, like if they are really proud of their breed and there's not a whole lot in, they want to protect their
their bloodline or whatever,
or just like their commodity. They'll require that you get them fixed, so they won't give you the papers until they get them fixed. So that way you can't go and breed in that. But that's the individual between breeders. That's not so much like a legal issue with the Florida statute.
So people who buy pets, and I've never bought a pet in my life.
Right.
It's always been a shelter pet or some sort of adoption, or a friend's dog had a litter and we took one.
Absolutely.
And that's usually
or
the way
you go to the pound.
Yeah, or you go to the pound, and Animal Services here in Bay County does a great job of that. Like $25, you can adopt one.
Absolutely.
They've got the shots, they have the chip. I mean,
everything,
and they're good to go. And that's probably the best way to go. But if you want a designer breed or something.
Well, and designer breeds are very popular right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to take 2 different breeds and put them together and call it a breed, and that's fine. And even the AKC might even recognizes that. But,
I have one of those dogs.
Yeah.
It's
well,
half pug and
dogs.
half Shih Tzu. Just because I know the audience is so interested in my dog Sandy. Half pug, half Shih Tzu, the weirdest looking genetic experiment you've ever seen in your life, and we call her a pug.
There
Can
you go.
say that? It's a pug sheep.
Pug sheep.
Pug and Shih Tzu.
So they have to be 8 weeks of age, and as far as like even traveling across state lines, they have to be at least 8 weeks old across state lines. They can't get a rabies shot until they're 12 weeks of age. Let's say that you buy a pet from someone and they don't have a health certificate. Even if it's a pet dealer, then they can be liable through the state's attorney for recompensation for monies for that.
So
pet.
when you're buying a pet, you've got to look for that health certificate.
By an accredited veterinarian.
By an accredited veterinarian. It just can't be on the back of a cocktail
Right.
napkin.
I know, right? I think it's fine.
And what else are we looking for when we buy a pet?
Well, you want to make sure that it's accredited veterinarian. Of course, if it is an accredited veterinarian, then you'll have all the vaccines, you'll have the deworming, and everything will be appropriate. Everything should be documented if there's any problems. I mean, you could sell a dog if say it has an umbilical hernia. If I write down on there umbilical hernia, or like if it's a male and it's cryptorchia, meaning only one testicle is descended. If you disclose that to the purchaser and they know that when they buy it, well, then they can't hold the seller liable.
So when you buy a pet, there is a pet lemon law in the state of Florida that will protect you from buying a so-called lemon or a sick animal.
Absolutely. And if you get it from a pet dealer, then you actually are protected from serious congenital hereditary defects that may not be, really recognized at 8 weeks of age or 12 weeks of age, but might show themselves at 10 months of age, where that pet dealer is still responsible for that pet's health for up to a year after. So there's like 3 ways that you can get compensated for that. You can either give the dog back and get another one, but most people won't do that. You could give the dog back and get your money back, or they could be responsible for your vet bills up to the purchase price of that pet.
Dr. Stephen Favaloro, we're going to have to let that be the last word. Thanks so much for coming on the show and getting us smart on the pet lemon law
Thank
here
you very
in Florida.
much.
And we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. We have Valerie Sale in the studio with, what's this fella's name?
This is Cody.
Okay, he's from Bay County Animal Services, and Cody is a high energy kind of pooch, isn't he?
He is very high energy. He would make somebody who wants a really active puppy a great pet.
Yeah, this guy needs to run. I mean, because
He
he's been
does.
running around the studio here already.
Oh, he does. He's a really good boy, though. They say he's 7 months old, but I think he's younger than that a little bit. I have a feeling he'll probably get a little bit bigger, but he is such a cutie pie.
And he acts like just a big puppy. you
Oh,
know?
yeah. He's definitely still a puppy. He's got a lot of energy, but he, too, is neutered. And oh, here he comes. He's...
Not neutered enough,
He's
apparently.
no,
because,
he's not. He's not.
still jumping
He's
around.
not. But he would be great for a family, for some kids who have a lot of energy. They can all get in the yard and run it out together.
Oh, yeah. So if you have little kids that need to run,
Yeah, there you go.
Cody's the dog for you
This
guys.
is the dog for you. So hopefully they'll contact Animal Services at 767-3333, or you can go on our website at www.baycountyfl.gov and learn more about Cody or any of the other many animals that we have available.
Valerie Sale from Bay County Animal Services. Thank you so much for bringing Cody on.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
remember to spay and neuter your pets. We'll see you next time.